Joe Rogan has reportedly entered into a $30 million lawsuit against a massive mainstream news outlet after MSNBC purposely doctored footage from his podcast to make it sound like Joe Rogan was endorsing Kamala Harris for president.
She's gonna win.
No, she's not.
She can win. She is a strong woman.
Oh my freaking God. I don't know what video I'm going to put this clip in, this voiceover in, but just getting the news that the mainstream legacy media has literally been caught lying. I mean, they've been caught lying a lot. The matrix is broken. All of their old strategies are falling apart, like pandering to race and gender and all that stuff. But they've been caught lying, editing a Joe Rogan clip to make it look like he was endorsing Kamala Harris.
The thing is, the gaslighting is what bothers me.
Well, it all bothers me. It all bothers me, the fragility of the human mind. You know, that so everybody forever was like, Kamala Harris is the worst vice president. She's the least popular vice president of all time.
For whatever reason, Harris has never been popular. You can count the number of delegates she won in the 2020 primaries on one hand, as long as that hand has no fingers.
And then in a moment in time, all of a sudden she's our solution. She's our hero. Everybody's with her. All these social media posts about her. Try Googling a negative story on her. You won't find one.
So,
ta-da!
Okay,
So in the actual clip, Joe Rogan goes on to sing the praises of Tulsi Gabbard, which it was a candidate that was running to become president, I believe in like 2020. And the Democrat Party just ran her out, even though she was everything that they say that they wanted, right? A person of color, served in the military, has political experience, you know, at a good age, all those things, right? And so Joe Rogan goes in and sing her praises, but they edit the clip to make it seem like he was talking about Kamala Harris, which makes no sense because as far as I know, Kamala Harris never served in the military. So I guess they're really just hoping that you are a low informational voter and you will just fall for it.
So in 2019, our pal Tulsi absolutely nuked her in that second debate. And
Right.
if you looked at charts at the time, she's kind of, Officer Harris is like doing okay. First debate, she comes out, Joe Biden, you're a racist. The Democrats were looking for an alternative to Bernie Sanders that wasn't Biden. She starts going up in the polls, right? Second debate comes out, Tulsi, being a good Hawaiian, knows how to roast the pig, just completely slams her. Not only that, she has no counterpunch. She goes on Anderson Cooper and she's like, well, I'm a top tier candidate, so of course people are going to take shots at me. That's her answer. She immediately starts going down in the polls. It's that day. You can see it on the chart I have on my Twitter. All the articles at the time that did an autopsy on Kamala Harris's failed campaign didn't mention Tulsi once.
Yeah.
It was BBC, LA Times, Reuters, New Yorker. A guy from the Washington Post just did a piece looking back on her campaign, didn't mention Tulsi either.
Wild?
They completely pretend it didn't happen.
Well, it just shows you that what they're looking for is not what they say they're looking for.
Yes.
Because she is a strong woman. She is a person who served overseas twice. She in a medical unit, so she got to see people blown up by the war. She was a congresswoman for 8 years.
Yeah.
She is a person of color. She's everything you want. All those things you want.
But
And yet you don't want her.
Because she's not for war.
Yes.
'Cause
Well,
not
she's
for the
also
mission.
just not willing to play ball. There's a game that's being played. And if you're like, hey, you're not supposed to fucking move the ball. Like, oh, look at this bitch over here. Like, get out of here. You're going to fuck up our game. It's not real democracy.
MSNBC was exposed today for yet another set of lies. They deceptively edited together this video of different Joe Rogan comments to make it appear that he was singing the praises of Kamala Harris.
She's going to win.
No, she's not.
She can win. She is a strong woman. She is a person who served overseas twice. She in a medical unit. So she was a congresswoman for 8 years.
Yeah.
She is a person of color. She's everything you want. She's going to win.
No, she's not.
She can win. They just want no Trump, no matter what.
You know how they like painted him green when he was basically hyping up ivermectin? Because the mainstream media didn't really want the population to get well. They just wanted to, sell shares in vaccines, experimental shots that they call vaccines. And they painted him green. He should have did a lawsuit then because that was also fake, right? The mainstream media has been doing this for years. They've always done this, but now they're just being caught with their pants down.
And this is not the first time Joe Rogan has been used as a propaganda tool by the mainstream news. Most people know about the famous example when CNN claimed Joe was taking horse dewormer and edited his Instagram video to make his skin look yellow and gross because he was able to quickly recover from COVID without the vaccine.
The rest of them are all lying about me taking horse medication. We should talk about that.
That bothered you.
It should bother you, too. They're
Well,
lying at your network about people taking human drugs versus drugs from veterinary
calling it a horse dewormer is not a flattering thing. I get
it's
that.
a lie. It's a lie on a news network, and it's a lie that's a willing lie that they're conscious of.
I really feel like there's like a shift in reality where like all of the old strategies and tricks that they've tried to do is falling apart. Maybe because the invention of technology and social media and internet. What were they thinking? Did you think Joe Rogan wasn't gonna say anything? Think like, well, the clip's out there and she's the right side of history, so I'll just go along with it. Like, what were they thinking? So Joe Rogan, I guess, has this lawsuit going out, and which I hope he wins. And Tulsi Gabbard came out. But by the way, for some reason, Tulsi Gabbard is on like some Secret Service, CIA, FBI watch list or some crap like that, where she's being followed for basically calling out the mainstream legacy media and calling out the GOP, calling out politicians and calling out the government. They put her on some freaking watch list, which is absolutely insane to me.
So what exactly did Tulsi Gabbard do to get added to the terror watch list?
What's really serious here is that not only does Joe Rogan deserve an apology, there's actually something far bigger at stake here. This is yet another example of how MSNBC is working hand in glove with the Democrat elite and the Kamala Harris campaign to try to spread lies, simply things that are not true.
I think a lot of the hype around Kamala Harris is manufactured, not to say that people don't like her or support her, and not to say that people who want to vote for Trump should stay home and get lazy and get comfortable. But I think a lot of the hype around her is manufactured.
Is there any way to you that we're not being gaslit like to hell by Kamala Harris?
In what way?
Like, wasn't she like a joke even among Democrats? Like 10 seconds ago? Like literally,
Sure.
like a day ago.
Yep.
And now it's like the country's rallying around.
I know.
Like,
yeah.
What? I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
even.
we're so easily manipulated, and they're all doing it in lockstep. Yeah, no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. She was she polled as the least popular vice president of all time.
I also made a video about how like her team or these super PACs have been caught red-handed, getting caught lots of times now by basically paying off influencers and OnlyFans models to lie and say that they actually support Kamala Harris. Also been caught like doctoring photos and videos to make it seem like there's more people supporting her than there really is. People have come out and basically speculated that they're paying homeless people to vote for the left, for the Dems, and to go to Kamala Harris rallies. It's all crazy to me that this is happening. The Matrix is truly broken. I think a lot of their strategies that they've used for decades now is just falling apart. And I feel like the only way they can win is basically to cheat. But we'll see. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification when I do upload. If you'd like to support the channel further, you can donate. My PayPal and Cash App link is in the comment section down below. Or you can super thanks. And you guys have an amazing, beautiful day. Bye.
Joe Rogan has reportedly entered into a $30 million lawsuit against a massive mainstream news outlet after MSNBC purposely doctored footage from his podcast to